Hey guys! So today I am going to be doing a video on how I clean my brushes. So if you want to see how I have been getting my brushes clean lately, then just keep watching. So first of all, I'm going to take Dawn dish soap and put it in a little container here. Then I will take my brush and then I'm going to run it under some warm water. Dip it into the Dawn dish soap, not a whole lot, just a little bit. And then on my e.l.f. brush cleaning mitt, I will run that under some water and then take that brush and start scrubbing, not hard, but just kind of running it all over to start running it through all the different textures on this mat to try and get out all the makeup that's left in there. And I will continue doing this until the water runs clean. After the water runs clean from the brush, I will take a towel and run the brush over it just to kind of dry it out. And I shake it out and I'll lay the brush down on my counter to let it dry for a little bit. And I'll repeat that with every single brush. Getting it wet, dipping it a little bit into the dish soap, and then running it along the cleaning mat. As you can see, this one wasn't as dirty as the other one, so I won't need to do it as long. For some of my brushes that are a little extra dirty, I will go back into the Dawn dish soap and repeat these steps several times. In between my uses, I do try and spray it with a brush cleaner. So this, like I said, is just something that I will try and do once a month to really get my brushes good and clean. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I am really bad about rinsing off my brushes, especially if I'm in a rut or if I am just using the same products over and over to where I'm using like the same eyeshadow palette and kind of doing the same look. I am not as good about cleaning my brushes, so I do like to do this. Plus, obviously you want to keep your brushes clean so that way you can avoid infection. And again, I'll just make sure the brush kind of keeps its shape and then lay it down. You can do this for any and all of your brushes. Currently I am just going through my eyeshadow brushes and cleaning them first. They are typically my dirtiest brushes just because they are the most used. This is actually my first time using this e.l.f. brush cleaning mat. I've used other ones in the past. I'm actually thoroughly impressed with this. It's really nice because it's got the little handle in the back so your hand just slides in and then you're able to hold it while you clean your brush. Typically, on the towel that I use to dry them off, I try and do a darker color because you will get some makeup left on them when you're drying them off. So I do try and use a darker colored towel, and I don't use any of my decorative ones. Like, take a look at, like, it's almost embarrassing. Can you see, like, how dirty this brush is? So just get it wet again, dip it in here, and I don't get a whole lot of the dish soap on there. And I just run it underneath here. You see all that's coming off. I will say, so far for my makeup brushes, this center one has been my favorite, and I do like this one. This one is nice, but I definitely feel like I am getting better results using this end here. And you want to make sure you're not doing rubbing the brush too hard, especially when you're drying it, because then you don't want to get all the bristles out of shape. So I always just try and fluff it back up, get it back to its shape, and like, look at how clean that is now. So I'll just lay that down and continue on. So I'll do this for quite some time, as I have all of these are my eyeshadow brushes alone, and then I will use this method to clean all of them, and then I'll let them dry for a couple hours. So this has been my in-depth brush routine. Like I said, I do try and clean this way about once a month. It does take a little bit of time, but the brushes do dry relatively quickly. What I do try and use after every use are these two. It Brushes by Ulta. This is the Brush Bath. This is really nice because you just spritz it onto the brush and then you would rub it onto, you could do like that e.l.f. hand mitt or a towel is what I typically do. Or I do like this Bodyography Pro brush cleaner. This has been the other one that I've been using. I usually reach for one of these two just to kind of spritz my brushes down and do it after every one. But I do like to go in with the Dawn dish soap about once a month. And I would recommend using Dawn over any other kind just because it leaves my brushes so soft and it's not damaging to them that I've found. So that is just my personal opinion. I do splurge and buy Dawn just for my brushes alone. So if you are going to try this at home, I would definitely recommend using the Dawn dish soap. I hope that this is helpful to you. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, then please hit the subscribe button down below. I hope to see y'all in my next video, and thank you for watching.